Alright, welcome to the Redneck Nerds second video. I'm going to explain to you one of the modifications I had to make to one of my knives before I could actually use it to carve my canes. Now, the Buck 12-point Omni Hunter is a great knife. It has one serious problem. If you look right here, you see what looks to be a good finger choil. It's not. It's way too deep, and it also has ridges right here at the edge. So when you grip the knife, it is not really that comfortable, and those ridges kind of cut into your fingers. So what I did to make it usable, because hey, if you're disabled and on a fixed income, any money you spend, you have to have something usable come out of it. So what I did was I took some padded tape that they give you if you have a wound at the wound care place. Now this tape is about as thick as 3 or 4 layers, you can see that, of duct tape. Nowhere near as sticky, but I found a way to compensate for that. So what I did using the Omni Hunter was I would cut a small piece of this tape, and then actually I can cut that one in 2 pieces. I'm going to go ahead and cut these so I can show it to you better. Cut a couple of pieces of it, take them, bend them over. Now again, they're not really that sticky, and they're not going to stick that well. But what I'm trying to do is basically just build up this area so those ridges don't cut into my finger. And with 2 or 3 similar sized pieces cut, you can then place them here over it, and then I cut them to kind of fit the outline of that finger choil. Now this gets rid of the depth, most of the depth of the finger choil, and completely covers those ridges. Now what I do is I get some silicone rescue tape, easily available at any hardware store and Amazon. Now this silicone rescue tape has a great benefit in that it provides some grip while it's also covering your handle. Silicone rescue tape, you just remove it, activate it by kind of stretching it a bit because it's going to stick to itself, and basically permanently seal onto your knife. It doesn't have to stick to the knife handle itself because it's going to stick to itself. And all you have to do is wrap it around itself, and it will be a permanent fixture on your blade, providing grip and sealing itself. And all of a sudden, you have a knife that should have been perfectly useful to begin with, but wasn't, and is now perfect to fit your hands. Now, the Buck 12-point Omni Hunter, like I said, is a good knife. It has an overall length of 9.75 inches. It has a blade length of 4 inches, but what I really liked about it when I saw it, it has a lot more blade height, little over 2 inches of blade height at its widest point. And that's unusual in a knife this size, and I found that fascinating, so I wanted it. It's 0.14 thick, of course, Buck, 420 high carbon. Buck with the Boss heat treat has a great edge retention. They say it'll be 56 to 58 in hardness, but most of the people I've found who actually tested them have found that most of the buck 420 used in their fixed blades is actually coming out at 58 to 59 HRC, which means it's going to hold an edge a lot better than most other stainless steel high carbon knives. I just wanted to let y'all know that it's okay if you buy a knife to adjust the handle, to strip the blades, to do whatever you need to do to make it yours, to make it where it works for you. It's your tool. So if you like the looks of a knife, you like the company that makes the knife, but there are little things you don't like, you can change them yourself. Now, I want y'all to have a good day, and I'm also going to give a shout out or two. Again, thanking Choir Boys Cutlery, good old Scabber. He's the one who got me into believing I could do this. Check him out. Also check out Blade Talk. Blade Talk is Scab from Choir Boys Cutlery and Joe from Steel Forged in Fire. They have people on. Last night, they had Wingman 115 on, who talked about his knives, how he got into being a designer for Work Tough gear, and what all he looked for in a knife when he created his knife. They've had on Greg Medford from Medford Knives. Trust me, you want to hear people like this talk about the knife industry and how they got into it, what they're doing, and what their plans are for the future if you're into knives or the outdoors, because this is the future of our community. Y'all have a nice day. Be sure to check out Scab. Be sure to check out Joe. And be sure to check out Blade Talk with Scab and Joe. Y'all have a good day.